All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have our bell, and our next contest is underway. This is the first time we are seeing both Vyra Lestrange and Reiza Clarke here in Haybarn Championship Wrestling. Both ladies making their debut in this all-important matchup, as we've come to learn that we are having a tournament to crown the very first ever HCW Women's World Champion. So whoever wins this contest tonight is going to head on to the semifinals. As we saw last month at HCW New Year's Revolution, Riley Jade picked up a win over Black Widow in the main event. So that now advances Riley Jade to the semifinals against an opponent to be determined. One lucky women's competitor. Her name got chosen to be automatically advanced to the semifinals, a first round bye, if you will. As the powerful Clarke just backing up Lestrange in the corner. Clarke is definitely going to have the power game in this matchup with the size discrepancy between these two women. As we got another lockup here again, but I will say, going into this one, Vyra, what she'll lack in size and strength to her opponent here tonight, she is going to very much make up for in just head games. I've seen Vyra around on the independent circuit, and I've seen her promos, and ladies and gentlemen, if I be so bold and to say, Vyra is, how would you say, one fry short of a Happy Meal? As Reiza Clarke now playing with Vyra Lestrange. Oh, and Vyra playing a little tit for tat right there. Say, okay, you going to play with me? I'll play with you. Good old stomp to the foot. I mean, I've always seen a stomp to the foot. It has a 100% success rate on your intentions. As Vyra now, both these ladies, Vyra and Reiza, just going back and forth here, trying to get an advantage here. Whoa, nice athleticism right there. And Clarke, she is deceptively athletic, because, I mean, when you look at her, you know, okay, she's going to bring the power game, but a lot of times when we look at wrestlers who, we assume, okay, they're powerful, they're strong, and that's going to be, what they're going to stick with, we get caught off guard when they show bits of athleticism. And that's what Clarke is hoping to do, maybe stun Vyra with her athletic prowess. As both women now trying to out-wrestle one another here in the early goings of this contest. As Vyra once again applying the head scissors onto Miss Clarke. As referee Jason, he's checking, making sure that Reiza does not want to give this one up, and I doubt she will. She breaks free of the head scissors, but once again Vyra locking her in, this time with a good old-fashioned headlock. But Reiza using that power sends her off the ropes, and little bit of a stalemate. As Vyra now, another stalemate between these two. Little do-si-do action. That time, third time's the charm for Reiza Clarke. Taking down Vyra Lestrange with a shoulder tackle. Roll through right there by Reiza. Pass it go, and Vyra got tripped up by Clarke. Clarke using some quickness and power right there to confuse and trip up her opponent. But Vyra just hanging Clarke from the top rope right there. And now maybe Vyra will be able to get back in this matchup as the referee is initiating his count on the outside. Vyra's not going to want to take too long. But I think she already did, as you can see, Reiza, she's recovered, and she is ticked off. Jason, I would not want to be him having to keep Miss Clarke back with the temper she is showing. And Reiza decided, all right, I ain't gonna get through the front way, I'm gonna go through the back way. She's making the long way around, and Vyra finally sees her. Vyra making sure to keep that distance away from Reiza Clarke. But both these women gotta be careful. I mean, if this goes to a double count out, then one would presume that the two ladies who had the next quarterfinal matchup in this women's title tournament will get an automatic bye to the semifinals. And Vyra understands that when she broke the count. I think Reiza is done. Reiza is done playing the games, and she went on a full dead sprint going after Miss Lestrange. It sends her into the post right there. As Reiza Clarke is going to look to dominate now. Reiza Clarke, well-traveled, well-experienced, has made her name all across independent promotions like Metroplex Wrestling and many other great independents up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Even seen her on Ring of Honor Wrestling not too long ago. But now Vyra Lestrange, who is also well-traveled, Arkansas, Alabama, many other states. Vyra can hang with the best of them too. I would say when you consider all the factors at play here between the two competitors, I would say that you have a pretty even matchup, ladies and gentlemen. As Vyra Lestrange now just trying to play those mind games as she's looking to wear down Reiza Clarke. And our referee, Jason, he is right there to make sure that Clarke does not give up. Or if she did give up, he'd ring the bell. Either way. But Clarke not showing any signs of giving up as she is trying to, power her way up. But Vyra Lestrange just using the hair and pulling Miss Clarke back to the mat. And beautiful right there. Head snap by Vyra. We got a cover right here. Just a 2 count. And again, folks, the winner of this matchup will go on to the semifinals of the HCW Women's Title Tournament as we try to crown our very first ever HCW Women's Champion. Now, as far as who either Vyra Lestrange or Reiza Clarke will face, that is still unknown. But we do know Riley Jade has advanced to the semifinals with her win last month at New Year's Revolution. So maybe potentially somewhere down the line, either Vyra Lestrange or Reiza Clarke are going to meet Riley Jade potentially in the finals. I don't know how this is all going to play out, but that's the wonderful thing about tournaments, ladies and gentlemen, is that once you start seeing the players on the board, you can kind of make all these fantasy matchups in your head and get excited, just like the crowd here in Prescott, Arkansas, going to get excited for Reiza Clarke, I was about to say, if she's able to get herself back in. But Vyra, once again, halted the momentum of Reiza Clarke. As Lestrange going to try to slow the pace of this matchup down once again. Wear down her taller and stronger opponent. And sometimes that's what you just need to do when you have someone that has a strength and a power advantage over you, is to figure out a way to wear them down. And that's exactly what Vyra's trying to do against Reiza Clarke. Backing her up into the corner. What's Vyra looking to do here? As she's just, smart strategy right there. She's got to the count of 5 and she did break, but smart strategy right there to go after the arm. And running bulldog out of the corner. But only got her a 2 count. Just a 2 for Vyra Lestrange. As once again going into the cover. I mean, more than anything, just to wear Reiza Clarke down. Make her use her energy, waste her energy on the multiple covers. And then ultimately it's going to weaken the power game even more. As Vyra is continuing, the offense now going after the leg of Reiza Clarke, going after, 2 very important things if you're a powerhouse wrestler. Your arm and your leg. I mean, it's simple. It doesn't take a high IQ to think about it or come up with that strategy, but it's smart. It's effective. As Vyra just kicking away at Reiza Clarke. Now, going back after that leg, what's she looking to do here? We got a single leg Boston Crab now being applied to Reiza Clarke. Jason's right there to ask if she's going to give up. Reiza's saying no. Can Reiza drag herself to the ropes? And she does. Jason now initiating his count, and Vyra letting go of the hold. But of course, she made sure that she held on to the last possible second. And now going back to the single leg Boston Crab once again. And this is where Reiza Clarke is going to really show her toughness, being pulled in the deep end like this. But Reiza, fighting back here, was able to roll onto her back and now kicking Vyra off. And can Reiza Clarke build some momentum? Oh! Didn't get all of it, but she got enough of it. I mean, it goes back to Vyra attacking the arm and now most recently the leg. Reiza was going to go for a boss man slam, and she got it, but she couldn't get it to the full extent that she normally would, and that's all because of the damage Vyra Lestrange has done to her leg and the arm. So overall, smart strategy, by Vyra Lestrange, but will it show to pay dividends at the end of the night as Reiza is trying to get back in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen? And wham! Drops Vyra with a clothesline. Boom! Drops her again. And Reiza swatting on that leg, trying to get some blood flow back into it. And here she comes. Boom! Elbow right in the corner. And Reiza is building up some momentum for herself. She's getting the crowd here, Prescott, Arkansas, fired up. And, hip attack in the corner. Could that be it? Falling into the cover. Just a 2 count. Vyra is still in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Reiza Clarke has not done enough yet to put away Miss Lestrange. As Reiza now, she understands the importance of this matchup. As does Vyra, as she just dragged Reiza and sent her face first into the middle turnbuckle. And now Vyra, what's she looking to do here? Just drops her right there. And we got cover. 1, 2. Kick out. Kick out by Clarke. Clarke is still in this as Vyra is arguing with the official. She didn't like the quickness of that count. And Jason, I'd be scared if I was Jason, but I'd be even more scared if I was Vyra Lestrange, seeing Clarke come after me like that, and sidewalk slam, cover. And that is it, folks. Reiza Clarke is going to move on to the semifinals of the HCW Women's World Title Tournament. Vyra was jaw-jacking with our official and proved to cost her here tonight in this all-important matchup. But Reiza Clarke is one step closer to making history here at Haybar Championship Wrestling as its first ever Women's World Champion. Can she go all the way?